I made $25,000 in 7 days on a brand new offer using YouTube, Instagram, and a Google Doc. And in this video, I'm going to share exactly what I did. So I think it was around July 8th or July 9th. I was talking to a friend and I was talking to him about real estate, and he's in the online business space. So I just started talking to him about real estate, and he found it super interesting. So he started asking a lot of questions about how I built my portfolio, if it was possible for him to do it as well. He doesn't live in the US, so he was asking if it was possible for him to buy property even if he wasn't here. So we were talking, and I started explaining more about the real estate side, and he was like, you should really start talking about this a bit more. I bet more people would be interested. So that day, I just fired up a couple of Instagram stories, and I call them Instagram story sales letters. So all I do is I take a picture of myself, like a selfie or a picture of my environment, and then I have a wall of text. And usually I'm just saying, like, I try to be insightful, but also like mix in like personality. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. I say some like controversial things sometimes. So it helps to get attention. It helps people to tune in. And so I just started to post a couple of Instagram stories about the real estate side. And just from 2 stories, I didn't know where this was going. It was kind of just for fun. But off of 2 stories, I had a bunch of DMs of people like, hey, how do you do this? Or can you go deeper into this? Or asking me questions. I probably had about a dozen or so DMs just from 1 or 2 stories. And so I started posting more, and I started posting more. And I started for about 7 days. I ran a little promo. So I posted about 5 to 10 Instagram stories every day. And I was just talking about different deals, breaking down different deals, breaking down the potential, showing some of my deals, and just dropping some value bombs here and there about like how to get 0% credit and whatnot. And so I did this for 7 days. And basically at the end of every story was just telling people to DM me. And they would DM me on Instagram. They would ask some questions. And I have a warm audience on Instagram. It's not a big audience, but the people there are either friends or they've seen me around for a while. So I have about 1,800 people on Instagram. And so they would DM me, and I had a doc that just broke down. I just created this offer out of thin air. It was a done for you service because I already have a team where I invest, and they're always looking to help me people with more deals and help people break into investing. And so I started talking to them and being like, hey, if I started sending people to you guys and setting them up with you, would you be able to handle that? Like if I had X amount of people? And they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So we worked out some kind of like a system of where we could help them to get deals. We could help people to get set up with financing. I wrote up all the details on a Google Doc. And whenever somebody would DM me, I would just send over this doc to them and just say, hey, check out these details. The price and everything was on there as well. Exactly what we were doing for them. And I wrote this up in just like 30 minutes to an hour, and I started sending it out to people. And within 1 day, I had my first person. So the launch price was $5,000. It's a bit higher now. And it's a done for you service. So we help you get your first store or your first portfolio. So the first person signed up in less than 24 hours. And then I had a person signing up about every day or every other day. And I was posting stories, 5 to 10 of them a day for about 7 to 8 days. So over that time frame, I was also posting daily YouTube videos. You're watching one right now. I committed to 30 days of YouTube videos. So every day I posted a video, and I started posting a few real estate videos. So they were like 8 to 12 minute real estate videos. There's, I think, 3 or 4 of them. And I started linking to it on my Instagram stories as well. So I had my Instagram stories going. I had 5 to 7 of them a day. If I had a relevant real estate video on YouTube, I would link to it in my stories. And anyone who was interested in working with me on that offer would reach out to me through Instagram. They would DM me or they would send me an email. Whenever they would email me or DM me, then they would ask a few questions. And if I felt like I could actually help them, and my criteria is basically they have a consistent source of income, they have a decent credit score because then we can help them get funding, and they have around $25,000 liquid or access to capital that they can invest in their first deal. So if they have that, I would send them over the doc, and if they had any other questions, they would ask back and forth. And I signed up my first 5 people in about 7 to 8 days or so. I also, after that week, I started talking to my first person who wanted to get into a portfolio. So we're finalizing that right now, but it'll be a $25,000 deal for one person because they want 5 doors. They want 5 properties. So we're going to source them a portfolio. So reason I'm sharing this is you don't need to do anything crazy to set up a new business. All I started doing, I had a conversation with a friend who's in online business. I found that he was interested in this topic around real estate. So I started talking about it on Instagram and seeing if anyone else was interested. And what do you know? People were interested in that. So I created an offer because I knew that I have a good team. I have a moat around the team because it's not easy to build a team, especially remotely. And my team can help people. I have a system and I have a team that can help people to get their first rental property or their next rental property or a portfolio of rental properties. So you don't need a lot to launch an offer. You do need a bit of an audience. It doesn't need to be a big audience, but you need something that people want, and you need to be able to explain it in a way that is enticing and that sounds like a good return for them. Okay. So if you want to see how I'm promoting this, you can follow me on Instagram at seananthony.co. That's my username. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. You can see these videos every day for at least 30 days. You could also see my previous videos, which are around real estate, so you can see how I was selling this service. And yeah, that is how I made $25,000 in a week on a brand new offer using Instagram stories, YouTube, and a Google Doc. So let me know any questions that you have in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next. But that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.